it's me, Anya. It's like 1 a.m. Sometimes I have trouble sleeping. I thought I I just do a little video diary of the ideas that go through my head and the thoughts. So of course my life now completely is about my sickness, which I don't like, but that's how it is. Being diagnosed with terminal cancer. So I have done quite a good job, I think, and my therapist thinks, going on with my life and finding stability and like I'm not crying all day long. I'm pretty positive most of the days, most of the time, like 99% of the time. But I have some behavior that kind of makes me worried. So I'm spending a lot of money, like maxing out my credit cards, which I have never in my life done. I kind of have been more responsible with money before and being able to save money and like never have balances on credit cards, and now suddenly so basically right when I was diagnosed, very soon after, I would say weeks within, I started buying things. I think because in my head, like my brain was thinking, I'm going to die soon, so better kind of get everything I have ever wanted. So I ordered an enormous amount of stuff from Amazon, things I have always wanted, because, well, for years I was a graduate student, so I was on minimum salary. And before that, I was living in a different country. It's not, at the time it wasn't the first world, I would say. So I'm from Estonia originally, and when I was born, it was still Soviet Union. It became independent when I was 10 years old, and then Estonia took, and still kind of is trying to get to the same stage as the rest of the European countries, but it's not. It's not like France or Germany. It's not as well off. So what I'm saying is, I never really had things. I never really was able to allow myself to have anything. And so I think in my head I kind of like I wasn't really able to process what's happening, and so I was buying things just left and right. And then for a while I was able to kind of get a hold of it, and now I notice I'm starting to do it again. It really bothers me, especially as the future is unsure. I don't know how long I live. I might live 20 years, I might live 1 year. Like I don't know. Nobody can tell, even my oncologist cannot tell. It completely, the science really isn't there, that you cannot tell yet how well my cancer is going to respond to the medication. There's a ton of different medication out there, and so basically how it works is that you go through them one at a time. You try one medication. If it works, you are on that medication as long as it works. It stops working, you go to the next medication. Mostly it's like chemo. There really isn't anything breakthrough. There isn't anything miracle. out there yet. So I'm kind of hoping that I last enough that they make a breakthrough, kind of maybe immune response drugs or something like that. uh, I know that I have read enough that I know that the longer you last, the longer you last. Kind of like if you make 5 years, then you most likely will make 10 years. So that's what I'm hoping. So my goal is to live as long as at least so that my daughter goes to college. That's my goal. So, but you never know. Right now, the chemo I'm on seems to be working, but you never know. Also, I have good outlook at the moment because the cancer is only in the bones again, and technically you don't really need the bones so much to live, you know, as opposed to if it would be lungs or brain or liver. So I'm doing very well at the moment. Uh, yeah. So just a little update. So today, just a few words how my today went. Um, Today, my daughter was sick, so she stayed home from school because last night she had such a bad earache that she was just crying for hours. And today I took her to the doctor. I don't know how she had ear infection, so she needed antibiotics. So it took a lot of time for me today to go to the doctor, go to the pharmacy, wait for the pharmacist to fill the medication, because day before had been my last day of chemo. So the way I do it works right now is I'm taking chemo medication. I'm taking it for 7 days in a row, and then 7 days I don't take it. And so the first day, the second day, third day, it's not as bad. I don't have as many symptoms, but as the day goes on, I continue to take the chemo medication. The symptoms get worse and worse and worse, and even last like the first days of chemo medication. So one of the main things that comes with a chemo medication is that as like 6th day, 7th day comes along, and even the first day off, I have severe nausea. And so especially when I'm driving around, so I started vomiting while I was driving, but I still had to get stuff done, so I continued to push on. So I got everything done that needed to get done today. But yeah, that's how my life is. That so hopefully tomorrow is I'm going to feel a little bit better more as days goes along, the off days. I feel a little bit better, and also my anemia kind of is not as bad. Like I think my blood count, both white blood cells and red blood cell count goes up a little bit as I don't take the medication for 7 days. So I'm looking forward for the few days of rest. I'm happy about that. One of the side effects is trouble sleeping, so I take a little bit of Ativan to let me fall asleep, because what happens is that I keep waking up like every hour without anything. Like if I don't take Ativan, I keep waking up, like I fall asleep, wake up, fall asleep, wake up. So yeah, so I take that. So instead of any kind of actual sleeping medication, so it kind of, I guess, calms me down, or I don't know. So outwardly I'm very very calm. I don't want other people to see that I'm sick. That's also one of the reasons why I'm so much into makeup. I just want to look very good, very healthy, so I have good makeup on. my hair is done, I have good colorful clothes on when I go out, so that like if I don't look sick, then nobody treats me as sick person, then I kind of don't remember that I'm sick. Like it helps a lot. Yeah. Okay, I go to sleep now. I turn off the lights and try to calm down, and I'm looking forward for tomorrow because it's an off day, no chemo. My daughter is going to stay home still. She's still quite sick, but I hope the antibiotics are going to work. She today was able to fall asleep very well and stayed asleep. She didn't cry, didn't wake up. Happy about that. Yeah. Okay. So, thank you for listening me. I feel just better, just kind of letting my thoughts out, and then maybe I'm able to kind of fall asleep better. Okay.